Welcome to Circle City Wiffle Ball 2023 season starts out between the Moonshots and the Yackers. Will Smithy on the mound gets the season started with a strike. Rudy Lyon at the plate, and Smithy starts the game out with a strikeout. Aiden Palmer is the next batter, who also goes down swinging, and then Zach McFarland returning to the league. Welcome back. Strikeout from Smithy, and the Moonshots get their first at-bat. Smithy works a lob count and gets the season started for the Moonshots with a solo shot, making it 1-0 Moonshots. Next batter is Tyler Gregory, who also gets into a lob pitch count, and he himself deposits one over the fence in left field. 2-0 Shots. Holden would settle in after this, though, getting the strikeout, or the ground out rather, from Gurchev. And then the next batter, Dylan Dowden, would also ground out back to the pitcher, Holden fielding his position well. Smithy, the next batter, flies out to center field. Aiden makes a nice running catch to end the inning and limit the damage to 2 runs. Yackers get another chance here at the top of the second. Smithy gets things started with another strikeout on Holden, number 4. Out of 4 on the day, make it 5 against Rudy, and make it a perfect 6 for 6. Next up is Tyler Gregory again, who rolls back to Holden. Gurchev is the next batter, and Holden gets his strikeout. And then Dylan Dowden would ground back to Holden again, another putout by the Yackers pitcher. Smithy back on the bump against McFarland, another swinging strikeout, that's number 7. Make it number 8 against Holden. And Rudy Lyon, the batter now, who grounds out to the third baseman for the out. But hey, a ball in play. Smithy would lead off the next inning, takes strike 3, looking on a ball that just clips the back of the zone. Take a look at this. Just clipped it. Gregory's the next batter. He'll rip one down the third base line, gets past McFarland, and he'll motor into second with a double, putting the Moonshots in business here. Gurchev, the batter, and he flies out to Aiden in center field for the second out. Dylan Dowden will look to plate the runner, and he does get a single after a diving effort by Holden. No run scores, though. Back to Smithy with a chance to put his team further ahead, and he flies to right field. A nice running catch by Aiden ends the inning. Smithy back on the bump. Another strikeout against Holden, Aiden rather. We'll get number 10 against McFarland, and number 11 against Holden. Gregory with the single up the middle. Gurchev would strike out for the first out of the inning. Dowden would also strike out, and then Smithy would do the same as Holden wriggles out of danger. Rudy Lyon's the next batter, and the first hit of the game for the Yackers is a double to right center as Rudy exclaims, "We won't get no hit on opening day for the second straight year." What an accomplishment for these Yackers. So now they're in business, runner on second, nobody out until the strikeout on Palmer. Smithy then strikes out McFarland and gets another K, number 14 on the day, to get out of danger here. Gregory leads off the Moonshots inning with a strikeout. Dowden would round to the right side, a nice sliding play and throw from Holden to Rudy covering for the second out. And then, lo and behold, look at this. Looks pretty similar. Another great defensive play ends the inning. Smithy back to work here. Strikeouts number 15, 16, and a grounder from McFarland for a swinging bunt. Gets his first hit of the year, and then Smithy shuts things down. Strikeout number 17 on the day. The Moonshots win this one 2-0 after the back-to-back home runs to start the game, and a 17 strikeout performance by Smithy on the bump. Game 2 on the day, the Yackers will take on The 8-ball, Zach McFarland on the mound, gets things started with a strike against Reed Werner for the 8-balls. Mitch Bias, the next batter, flies out to Rudy in shallow left. And Cody House is the next batter who takes strike 3, strong start for McFarland. Yackers get their at-bats against Reed Werner on the bump. Get things started with a swinging bunt down the first base line, perfectly placed. Rudy's on with a single. Next batter is Aiden Palmer, who flies out to the pitcher. Good ranging play from Reed. And then McFarland at the plate rolls one down the third base line, just stays foul, or stays fair rather, and we've got runners on first and second for Holden Palmer. Reed would get the strikeout here, and we're back to the top with Rudy with a chance to do some damage on a lob pitch. He'll fly out to Reed to end the inning. Top of the second, McFarland back out on the mound, and Speak Sr. skies one to left center, but a good running catch from Aiden for the first out. Next batter is John Duran, who rips one down the third base line, but right to Rudy. McFarland can't squeeze it, though. Runner on first for Reed. Fly over Rudy's head. A little misplay there. John Duran advances, runners on first and second. Mitch Bias back at the plate, who rolls one right in front of the batter's box. Everybody's safe, and bases are loaded for Cody House. He will fly to right center. That one's going to find some grass. 2-run score. Cody advances to second on the throw, and it's 2-0 8-balls on the 2 RBI. Double for Housey. Senior's the next batter, who hits one to the left field wall. That'll easily score a pair. Senior will end up at second, and it's 4-0 8-balls. Next batter's Duran. Rolls one to the left side, scooped up by Rudy for the second out. And then Reed hits one about 300 miles an hour right back at McFarland. And he wears it like a champ, but makes the out, and they get out of the inning. Yackers are the next batters, and Aiden Palmer takes him deep, fast pitch to right center field. Yackers are on the board on the Aiden Palmer home run. McFarland's the next batter, who flies out to Duran in center field. And then Holden Palmer goes down swinging, and Rudy goes down looking. End of the second inning. Mitch Bias back at the plate. He will hit one the other way, just over the third base bag. Good hard turn into second base with a leadoff double for the 8-balls. Rudy's on the mound now, by the way, gets Housey looking for the first out of the inning. Gets a line drive hit right to the fielder for the second out. And then Duran, the batter, would scoop one to the right side. Rudy with a nice, tricky move to freeze Duran in the base paths for the third out. Here's the pump fake in action. Werner gets things started this next half inning with 1 up, 2 up, and 3 up, 3 down. A quick one. Rudy's back on the bump. Gets the first strikeout of the inning. Mitch rolls one to the right side. Rudy makes a good play at the first base bag for the second out. And Housey, in a slow pitch count, strikes out, and we get the first Big House yell of the year. Rudy's back at the plate, hits one to the right side, fielded by Reed for the first out. Aiden would take strike 3 looking, and McFarland would roll one back. Top 5 now. Rudy's back on the bump. Good play by Aiden, ranging over, and the stretch by Rudy gets the first out. Second one is hit back up the middle for out number 2. And then Reed Werner at the plate would strike out to end the inning. On the mound, however, Werner gets the first 2 batters striking out, and a swing and a miss on a pitch out of the zone to end the inning. Rudy's back on the mound, dialed in now. The first batter strikes out, and Housey takes the next pitch in a lob ball count out over the fence. 8-1, 8-balls, 5-1, 8-balls rather, on Housey's big fly. Speaks the next batter, skies out to Rudy here at home at the pitcher's mound. And then next play, really great play. The cross-body scoop from Aiden and the stretch by Rudy ends the inning. Werner looking to shut things down now, gets a swinging strikeout on McFarland. A fly out from Holden Palmer, and then Broody represents their last chance, takes strike 3 looking, and that would end it. The 8 Balls get the win on the backs of Reed Werner's strong outing on the mound and a couple key hits from Housey, Speak, and Bias. Yackers fall to 0-2. And then Game 3 of the day has the Moonshots and 8 Balls. Mitch Bias on the bump, and once again Will Smithy gets things started with a leadoff home run to put the Moonshots up early. Tyler Gregory is the next batter, and he will take strike 3 looking. Gerchev is the next batter, who skies one deep into left center, and believe it or not, this one leaves the yard. The camera is knocked over due to the colossal force of Cody House hitting the fence, and we lose some footage. But in the meantime, the score is 4-2 Moonshots. Home runs from another one from Gerchev, one from Bias, and one from Werner. And we'll pick things up here in the bottom of the second. Reed Werner leads things off with a dribbler to the right side. Gerchev is on the mound for the Moonshots. Bias will hit one to the wall. A good line drive single. Runners on first and second, still no down. Cody House is the next batter, who will swing through that one for the first out. Mike Speak Sr. has a chance, rips one to the wall, and the ball gets back in time to force Reed to hold. John Duran's the next batter, who goes down swinging. 2 down, bases loaded for Werner, who hits this one deep into the tree. It's a grand slam for Werner, putting the 8 Balls up 6-4 on the strength of that home run. Next batter is Bias, and Gerchev gets the K here to end the inning. Mike Speak Sr. will take over on the mound for the 8 Balls. Gerchev leads off with a single down the line, not able to complete the throw. That'll bring Dylan Dowden to the plate, who swings and misses for strike 3. Back to Smithy at the top of the order, who scoots one back up the middle. Runners advance. Smithy's safe at first. First and second now for Gregory, who rips one to the left field wall. Everyone will have to hold. Bases loaded now for Gerchev, who swings through a rising pitch from Speak, bringing up Dylan Dowden, who will ground to the third base. Werner fields it cleanly, steps on third. Crisis averted for the 8 Balls. Cody House leads off for the 8 Balls, gets a single, but then tries to stretch it to second, where Gregory just beats him to the bag. There's our first Toot Bland of the year, folks. Speak skies one to center field. Nice running catch by Smithy for the second out, and that'll bring up John Duran, who goes down swinging. Bottom 3 now. Smithy, fly ball into left center field. It's going to find grass, and runner on first. Gregory would ground to the left side. They get the out at first. Not able to complete the out at second base, though. Runner on second now for Gerchev, who hits one to right center field. Speak ranging back, makes the play, throws to third, and Werner tips it into Smithy, trying to advance. A great double play, great throw, and deflection by the 8 Balls to double up the Moonshots. Gerchev back on the mound as Werner flies to right field, caught by Smithy, one away. Here's Mitch Bias, who rips one, gone into right field, making it 7-4, 8 Balls. Cody House is the next batter, lines one down the line. The throw is offline, and he will be safe at first. Speak dribbles one up the middle. Everyone's safe again. First and second now for John Duran. He will swing through that one for the second out, and we're back at the top of the order with Reed. He lines to center field, caught by Gregory from a knee for the third out. Dylan Dowden would take the walk to start out the Moonshots part of the inning. Smithy flies out to left center for the first out. Gregory's the next batter who hits one into the gap in left center. The throwback in deflects off of Speak's hand, causing Dylan to advance all the way home. Run scores. Moonshots close the deficit. Gurchev is the next batter. He'll rip one down the third base line, advancing Gregory to second. Single there. And now we're back to Dowden, who drops one in between the fielders. Ball comes in, but not fast enough as another run scores. Smithy will then fly out to center field, makes the catch. 2 away. Gregory rips one down the line. Not enough to score the runner. Gurchev is the batter now. Bases loaded, 2 away, and he hits one the other way, causing 1 run to score. And then a hard turn by Dylan gets him in as well. The Moonshots take the lead 8-7. Dowden would then fly out to Bias in right field to close the inning. The next half of the inning, Bias would lead things off with a line drive caught by the right fielder. House would swing and miss for strike 3 in the second out. And then Speak would ground right back up the middle, but it's in between the players enough that he's able to get on with a single. Once again, Duran at the plate. Rips to the left side, through between the players, but a great sliding play and throw by Smithy completes the end. Top 6 here, last chance for the Moonshots to add on some insurance. Smithy hits one the other way for a single. Gregory's the next batter. He flies straight up, caught by Werner on the left side. Gurchev would also pop out to the pitcher here. And then Dowden, the next batter, skies out as well to Werner on the left side. Bottom 6 now. Gurchev's still on the mound. First batter is Reed, who tips one back into the zone for a strikeout. Mitch is the next batter, who swings through one up and out of the zone. And then Cody House, the last chance, rips one to center field, but it's caught by Smithy, and the Moonshots hang on to win a close one. 8-7 over the 8 balls. Home runs from Smithy and 2 from Gurchev power the Moonshots to the 8-7 win. And then last game of the weekend before the rains wash us away are the Swamp Dragons and Pork Pistols. Taylor Carpenter on the mound for the Dragons gets an early K, and then a scrambling out for the next batter. Pork Pistols at the plate will sky one to right field. A good over-the-shoulder catch from Carpenter to end the top of the first. Dustin Dowden's on the mound for the Pistols, gets things started with a strikeout on Carpenter. Church grounds one back to the mound for out number 2, and then Landon Ball would go down looking. Top 2, Carpenter still on the mound. Things get started with a line drive single to left. Tyler Punt is the batter now, goes down swinging, and then Ryan Vogus goes down swinging as well. Next batter is Thomas Hopkins, who works a rare triple walk after receiving 7 balls and a lob pitch count, which is enough to get Dowden home and put the Pistols on the board. It's 1-0 Pork here in the early going. Next batter goes down swinging, and Dowden is back on the mound, gets the K on Lane DeHart. Taylor is back up at the plate. He wraps one on the ground to the right side for a single. Austin Church is the next batter, flies out to right, deep in the park, but it hangs in there, and then landed ball out on a tough pitch at the top of the zone. Carpenter back up, strikeout on the first batter of the inning, and then a ground ball to the right side results in out number 2. And then Vogus goes down swinging for the third out. DeHart is down swinging for the Swamp Dragons in the bottom of the third. Another strikeout on Carpenter, and then Church hits one on the ground to the left side. Good play there to go down 1-2-3. Next inning, it's a single for Hopkins to start out the inning. Butts goes down swinging for the first out. Dustin takes strike 3 on the bottom. And then punt goes down swinging as well. Still 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Strikeout on ball. Both pitchers really locked in here. DeHart is struck out as well. And then Carpenters take strike 3. Carpenter back on the mound. It's a slow ball hit to the left side. Excellent play by Church to get the out. The next batter also grounds out for out number 2. And then on the other side of things, it's Austin Church who knocks one off the brand new large foul pole to put the Swamp Dragons on the board. It's a tie game, 1-1. And then the next batter is Landon Ball, who on the fast pitch flies out of the yard into center field to give the Swamp Dragons the lead. Lane DeHart's the next batter, who hits one on the right side, and the players are not able to recover. He's safe at first, and it's on to Taylor Carpenter to get his chance. He hits one high and deep to right field, but it's caught for the out. And then Austin Church will get another chance here. He goes down swinging as well. And then our batteries ran out on our cameras, but nothing else happens the rest of the way. Swamp Dragons win this one 2-1. Great pitching performance from Carpenter. And the last game of the slate was rained out. At the end of the day, the Moonshots go 2-0. 8 balls split their pair. Yackers go 0-2, and the Swamp Dragons are 1-0, while the Pork Pistols are 0-1.